Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Odom, the acting NASA Chief Historian. My job at NASA involves capturing and preserving the history of all the critical work the agency accomplishes in its missions of human exploration and scientific discovery. Now, these missions go all the way back to the very beginning in terms of the Apollo program, landing human beings on the moon for the first time, current programs like the International Space Station, or ISS, and the Artemis program that will take human beings back to the moon and eventually on to Mars. Obviously, NASA plays a vital role in the space sector. It has for generations now. Since its creation in 1958, NASA has been involved in programs of human spaceflight, great accomplishments, learning great science, programs like the Hubble Space Telescope, the Chandra X-ray Observatory, programs that have just really incredibly expanded our knowledge of both our own planet, the universe, and the universe in our solar system around us. These current programs, we try to stay very involved in those programs to really capture that history and preserve it, and then also communicate it to the public. And I think that's what's so important about the work that I do in the history office there. When we think about the Apollo program in particular, though, one of the things that continually comes to mind are these space rocks, these moon rocks that were brought back. About 842 pounds of those that were returned. Now, these things tell us about great science. They tell us about what exactly the composition of the moon was, what its history has been over time, and how it compares to our own experience here on Earth. But those rocks also serve another very vital, important function. They communicate and they make tangible this experience of human exploration. This experience of learning about the solar system around us. These rocks have had a life of their own as they travel throughout the country and the world in exhibits where folks can come up and really lay hands on something that just 100 years ago, even less than that, would have just been unimaginable. But it really brings a reality to this program, and I think ultimately that's what those rocks, the effect that they have. I'm excited, and I know a lot of people at NASA are, about the Expo 2020 and NASA's participation there in Dubai. I think it's a great opportunity to talk about our past. It's a great opportunity to talk about where we are in space flight today, the growth of the commercial sector, the growth of international partners. And that's what it's going to take. And it's going to take, as we go back to the moon with the Artemis program, to land the first woman and the next man on that surface, and then go on to Mars. Artemis is going to take a huge partnership. It's going to take a collective. When the astronauts from Apollo 11 returned from their mission in 1969, one of the things they did was they traveled the world in a great exposition in itself. And the thing that struck them the most was, as they traveled the world, was people came up to them and said, "We did it. Not America did it. Not America beat the Soviet Union, but that we did it." And I think that's what opportunities like this Expo do for us. It allows us to think about collectively what we can accomplish as a species and what might be ahead of us in exploration. As we go to Mars, think about the Perseverance rover that's gonna hopefully land on Mars in February of next year, and the great science that will be returned as part of that mission. Also, there's an international urgency to do that, to learn about that planet, and we hope that will be the case, and we look forward to hearing more about that. I know as a historian, it's an interesting job when you work at an agency where you can see these historical firsts continually being made as we move out beyond Earth and move out into the solar system. I know I look forward again, as many other people, to seeing what goes on in Dubai, and unfortunately we're met with a crisis with COVID-19, and it has limited our ability to participate as we would. But I think it's It's a perfect opportunity to think, to regroup, to think about the past, but then really express our desire to move forward into the future. And that's what I hope as the historian who will, and the people who will pass this history off to into the future. So thanks again for this opportunity, and I'll look forward to seeing more from Dubai. Thank you.